you can be Mr. Welcome Welcome or either way. I thought that they did the welcome welcome.
Oh, before the sing, I think we do it. Let's ask her.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. I put it as Peter, but Peter just got here, so.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Your ass up and sing. That's it. I'll just yell.
Okay, everybody watch.
Whoa!
Whoa, hey now.
Just modeling how it's done.
That was not his personality.
A little flash paper, yes.
Yes. Making me nervous. Okay, Allie wants to do the whole chalice lighting part. Okay? So you start us off, or Peter, or whoever. Let me take this out of the way. Good morning.
Yeah, there we
you
are.
go.
You got it all. I print out my own, but
Okay.
I'll use yours. It's fine.
Either way.
Of course.
All right, let's start. Is it 10:25? We should actually fix it.
It is.
Knocking it on the
Sir?
head.
Here is your story, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I
it is.
printed it out, but thank you.
All right.
That's fine. It's a lovely story.
All right, are we ready?
We are.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, you know what? Since I think I printed it.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and begin our service with our morning sing. The first song is called Gathered Here.
If you could rise and join us as you're willing or able.
Shall we sing it in rounds?
Yes.
Yes. We'll
So,
sing it together
we'll do
one
it,
time through.
Yeah, we'll do it together one time, then we'll do, we'll go with this side and then that side. So,
Here we go.
gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, spirits draw near, gathered here in the mystery of the hour.
Part 2.
Gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, spirits draw near, gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, spirits draw near,
Spirit draw near. 2025 is over. Let's sing together.
should acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind, should old acquaintance be forgot and old lang syne, for old lang
Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the beloved community at River of Grass Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I'm Peter Fox. My pronouns are he and him, his, something along those lines. And I serve this congregation as a humorist. If I can get him to laugh, I'm halfway home. And this morning, Alessandra is our chalice lighter. Or I have to.
Right here,
There you are. Please let it.
but not yet. You have a lot
Wait.
more to say first.
You're right. I do.
Gotta keep order.
Okay. Our worship leader is Leanna Bresnahan, president of the Board of Trustees and also membership chair, and a dear friend to boot. Today's service will be our annual fire communion, one in which we invite you to take active part. It will be a multi-generational service, so our young ones are invited to stay in the sanctuary with us. We especially want to welcome our visitors and hope you'll stay for coffee after the service. And if you haven't already, please stop by our welcome table and let us know how to stay in touch with you. We open wide our doors and our hearts to you are, as we come together on this journey of transformation for ourselves and our world. May our sacred time together today be one of caring, courage, transformation, and a call to action.
Did you ring the chimes?
Yes.
Now you have it.
The chimes have been rung.
Peter?
This morning, the prelude
Prelude.
is earth my body, water my blood. And there's those four words, earth, water, air, and fire. After I sing it a couple of times, you're just going to say those four words when I say them. Here's how it goes. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Excellent. You're going to keep doing that. Here we go. You ready? And earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Ring out the old, ring out the new. Ring happy bells across the snow. The year is going, let it go. Ring out the false, ring in the true. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, and fire my spirit. Ring out the false pride, place, and blood, the civic splendor and the spite. Ring in the love of truth and right. Ring in the common love of good. Earth our body, water our blood, air our breath, and fire our spirit. Earth our body, water our blood, air our breath, and fire our spirit.
In this congregation, it is our mission to nurture our spirits, love intentionally, and create a just and healthy planet. What we share here is not an unchanging dogma, but an affirmation that we are called to be agents of love and justice and to build a world where everyone is cherished for who they are. River of Grass is an unapologetically progressive home for seekers of truth boldly told. I've lost my place. Love freely given, hope never failing, answering the call for peace and justice for all living things and the earth, our home. Our congregation was intentionally named to lift up the place in which we reside, the life-giving Florida Everglades, ancestral lands of the Tequesta and Calusa people whose memory we honor today. The Miccosukee tribe of Indians of Florida and the Seminole tribe of Florida are the present-day stewards of these ancestral lands. May we strive to live by their example of living in community with the land and her people. And now, let us pause and breathe together as we enter into this time to connect again with one another and the holy by any name and the light of love within us all.
Our call to worship this morning was written by the Reverend Michelle Collins. Welcome to this place, a place where hope can be nourished. In a world that profits from despair, our gathering is a declaration of faith. We declare that joy still rises, that kindness still matters, and that hope is not dead. We come to remember that we are not alone. May our time together restore us to wonder, strengthen our resolve, and return us to the world as bearers of hope that sustains the work of resistance. Amen. Our opening hymn this morning is called May Nothing Evil Cross Our Door. This is a hymn that has very special memories for Ken and me. It is a hymn that we sing every single Sunday at our first Unitarian Universalist congregation in Monterey, California. It's number 1 in your gray hymnal. It may not sound familiar, but I think it's easy to sing. I hope you like it. Please rise as you are able.
May nothing evil cross this door, and may ill fortune forever cry about these windows. May the war and rain go by. By faith made strong, the rafters will withstand the battering of the storm. This earth of all the world grow chill will keep you warm. We shall walk softly through these rooms, touching our lips with holy wine, till every casual corner too into a shrine. With laughter drown the raucous shout, and though these sheltering walls are friend, may they be strong to keep hate out and hold love in.
The flaming chalice is the symbol of our Unitarian Universalist tradition, a beacon of religious liberty shining through generations, now ours to hold high. As we light our chalice together this morning, let us join our voices reciting together the words on the screen.
We light this chalice on the brink of a new year, letting go of what has been, open and hopeful for what may come. Fire consumes, and cast a bright light. May our chalice flame consume our regrets for the past, and our fears about the future, and our worries about today.
In the light of love, let us renew our covenant as we say together, love is the spirit of this congregation, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. El amor es el espíritu de esta congregación, y el servicio es el principal. Esta es la gran promesa, vivir juntos en paz, buscar la verdad a través del amor y ayudarnos mutuamente.
Our wisdom tale this morning will be told by Peter Fox. It's called The Beautiful Tiger, and I'm not sure where Peter wants to sit. Or do you want to stand?
I'll stand.
Okay.
There once was a beautiful and powerful tiger. One day, she was captured by a man, a mean and cruel man who put her in a cage. The man kept the cage in the jungle, not far from his house. Every day, he would bring out a bowl of water and some food for the lonely tiger. Sometimes the tiger would see her own reflection in the bowl of water, and she would say, "My, I must be a beautiful tiger." When the man heard her say this, he would lie and tell her, "No, you are not a beautiful tiger. You are very ugly. You're a pitiful creature." Sadly, the tiger believed the man. Some days, after she ate her food, she would walk back and forth in her small cage and feel energy and power moving through her body, and she would say, "My, I must be a powerful tiger." When the man heard this, he would lie and say to her, "No, you are a weak and puny. You are a pitiful creature." Sadly, the tiger would believe the man. Then one day, when the man was nowhere around, the tiger happened to walk by the cage. A lion happened to walk by the cage. The lion saw the tiger and spoke to her. "Beautiful and powerful tiger, what are you doing lying about in that cage?" "Do not make fun of me," replied the tiger. "I know that I am neither beautiful nor powerful." "I'm not making fun of you," said the lion. "You surely are the most beautiful and powerful tiger I have ever seen. I am only surprised to see you lying here when you are clearly strong enough to break out of that cage." "You really think I could break out of here?" asked the tiger. "Quite easily, I should think," replied the lion. The tiger was not so sure at first. She had been told so many times that she was a weak and pitiful creature. But suddenly, it seemed that she could feel energy and strength moving through her body. She began to pace back and forth in her cage, and then, almost without thought, she leaped against the cage door and it flew open without any resistance. Once outside, she seemed dazed. "That cage didn't even have a lock on it," she said. "I spent so much of my life stuck in there and the door wasn't even locked." The lion looked at her with soft brown eyes and said, "Those kinds of traps don't need locks, for it is the lies we believe in that keep us in our cages, and it is the truth that sets us free."
There is no faith development class today, so Allie, our young'un, is going to stay in the service with us and help us later put the service on. So Peter, would you like to lead the offertory? I will hand out. So when ushers please come forward.
Yes. We sustain and strengthen this beloved community and its work in our world through the gifts of our time, our skills, our love, and our money. Each Sunday, 50% of our undesignated offerings go to LifeNet for Families, which provides food, meals, clothing, and support for those in need here in Broward County. The remainder supports our mission and ministry at River of Grass.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
We bless these gifts so freely given. May generosity always be our companion as we walk the holy path toward ever greater compassion and care. Thank you for these generous gifts of the heart. Our deepening music is hymn number 108, My Life Flows On in Endless Song. Please rise in body or spirit as we sing together.
My life flows on in endless song, above earth's lamentation. I hear the real, the far-off hymn that hails a new creation. Through all the tumult and the strife, I hear the music ringing. It sounds an echo in my soul. How can I keep from singing? What though the tempest round me roars? I know the truth it liveth. What though the darkness round me close? Songs in the night it giveth. No storm can shake my inmost calm, while to that rock I'm clinging. Since love prevails in heart and earth, how can I keep from singing? When tyrants tremble as they hear the bells of freedom ringing, when friends rejoice both far and near, how can I keep from singing? No prison cell and dungeon vile, our thoughts to them are winging. When friends by shame are undefiled, how can I keep from singing?
So in our community, each week we share pieces of our lives. We take a moment to share our joys and sorrows and gratitudes here with the people who love us for exactly who we are, where we are right now. Here in the room, we'll share from the book. If you're joining us online and would like to share a thought, a prayer, a joy, or concern with us in this moment, write it in the chat, and we will lift them up together. Bev writes, I light a candle in fear of what is happening to our own country. We teeter on the brink of World War III. How can we stop this runaway president? Leanna writes, I light a candle for newborn baby Ethan, the firstborn son of young Venezuelan immigrants who are daughters and daughters.
And OBGYN.
Oh, and OBGYN, right, delivered yesterday at 24 weeks and 5 days gestation. I am, wow, so proud of her. Diane Diaz writes, hope springs eternal. Today, May 2026, restore some sanity to the world. Rita writes, prayers and healing for Barbara Ratchford as she journeys with her health challenges. Thank you, Rita. And I'm not sure who's written this. In gratitude for finding this community, it uplifts just when I feel down.
Is that from Jane?
Don't know. Jane, thank you. Okay, that's from Jane.
Was there anything on YouTube, Ken, that you could see? Okay. And now in the quiet of this hour, if there is something on your own heart that you wish to mark without words this morning, you are invited to come forward and drop a stone of reflection in this water as we hold one another in sacred community. For as William James said, we are like islands in the sea, separate on the surface, but connected in the deep. Let us share a moment of reflection, connecting us to all who are in need. We lift these things, spoken and unspoken, written and unwritten, asking that our hearts be seen, even as we ourselves become seers of hearts, that we may serve one another and those beyond our walls with love and thankfulness, today and every day. Amen. 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 Aho. Ashe. Namaste. Blessed be. And so it is.
From all that dwell below the sky,
sounded pretty good for a few people this morning. Good morning again. My name is Leanna, and today is our fire communion. Fire has power. It can create and destroy. It can bring light, and it can burn. No matter what they believed, people all over the world gave fire a special place in their religions. And when we Unitarian Universalists gather, we light a chalice. That is our sacred fire. Unitarian Universalist minister, the Reverend Elizabeth Harding, wrote these words in a piece she entitled, Our Sacred Fire. And so at River of Grass, and indeed in most UU congregations, we light our sacred fire. We light this chalice as part of our worship service every single week. As well, many UU congregations celebrate an annual fire communion, as do we here at River of Grass. A fire communion allows us to connect with our soul's deepest yearning for the new year and for our future. But first, we must consider what we might need to release, to ritually burn away in order to make space, especially when we may feel that we are stuck in our life by our own story, or we may feel controlled by what we have experienced or what we tell ourselves about who we are. Borrowing then from the sacred fire of our chalice, in this service we will ritually burn away that which blocks our path forward. Fire purifies, and so by its flame we may purify our path and our community. The usual time to celebrate this cleansing fire communion is the turn of the year. That time of the year when we have just experienced the longest, darkest days of the year, the winter solstice, which closely coincides, as we know, with the traditional Western celebration of Christmas and other winter holidays. Finally, now we see that the darkness is beginning to recede ever so slightly to be replaced by growing hours of light. Is a symbolic time, this new calendar year, to mark the end of a year gone by and look forward to renewal, to new dreams, to new hopes and new plans, and renewed vision. And so here we are this morning. When we step back and allow ourselves to see the larger whole of our lives and our connection to others and to the world, we remember that we have some ability to be the authors of what comes next in our lives, to design our next chapter, in the hope that we may also impact the next chapter of that interdependent web of which we are a part. Today we set ourselves up for that opportunity with our annual fire communion, our ritual of burning, that invites us to connect with our story, with our spirit, and with our inner knowing, with all that we have experienced and carry with us, and all the potential that lies before us, to consider for ourselves how we can live more abundantly and with more joy. But first, as we consider what we need to let go of, to clear away, to ritually burn away in order to make space for what comes next, we think about what are those thoughts, behaviors, ways of being that are not deeply connected to ourselves and aligned with the life we ideally desire to live. What do we need to clear away? What holds us back to make room for what brings joy and happiness, and for the important work that the world needs us to do as Unitarian Universalists? Before I go any further, I would like to publicly acknowledge and thank two Unitarian Universalist ministers whose moving fire communion services inspired our service this morning. The Reverend Sarah Elizabeth Lawal of the Boise Unitarian Universalist congregation in frozen Idaho, whom I have never met, but I very much hope to someday, and who I happen to find on the internet. And of course, our own very beloved Reverend Amy Carroll Webb, whose ministry and love inspired so many of us through the years, and whose fire communion service from January 2018 I also found on the internet, on our own YouTube channel. Both of those services inspired me to create this service. I borrowed from both of them, and so I have deep gratitude. So in our first stage, what we need to do is burn away what we no longer need. So as we analyze this, think about it. What is it that does hold us back? What burdens us? What might stand in the way of making the new year and the next years of our lives fulfilling in the fullest sense that we can imagine? Perhaps as in our wisdom tale this morning of the beautiful tiger, it can be that we are blocked and burdened by stories others tell us, or just as likely, by stories we tell ourselves, by those cages without locks, by those thoughts and feelings of which we may not even be aware until we make the effort to investigate, analyze, and understand that we are somehow less than or not capable of in specific ways. The stories about ourselves that can cause us to be stuck. Who, by the way, are your lions? We all need lions, and River of Grass can be, will be, a community of lions for you if you are unafraid to be vulnerable and trusting and accept loving support. Perhaps, on the other hand, you have deep, unhealed wounds, resentments for cruelties you have experienced from hurt or even abuse, whether emotional or psychological or physical. Perhaps that is what blocks you from the light and joy and hope and love that rightfully belongs to us all. Perhaps you feel the desire to forgive those who have hurt you, but you don't know how. Or perhaps you need to forgive yourself if you feel you have fallen short of who you want to be. Rev. Amy's service from January 2018 is an eloquent treatise on how to go through the forgiveness process. I recommend you watch it. You can find it on our YouTube channel. Most importantly, she taught that forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. That forgiveness does not automatically mean reconciliation or condoning the other person's actions, and that a life well and joyfully lived, unencumbered by bitterness and pain, is the absolute best revenge. It is not an easy or a short path, but forgiveness can free us. Perhaps what blocks you are real personal challenges, such as ill health, the loss of a loved one, isolation, or loneliness. Reverend Wawal reminds us that we are not the author of every plot line in the story of our lives. We cannot control all that happens to us. All we can hope to control is how we respond to any challenge. And in giving up trying to control what is outside our power to control, but instead focusing on how we respond, there is a freedom and a lightness in that. And even more than that, we sometimes must let go and let ourselves be cared for. Perhaps what blocks you is fear or anxiety, depression, or perhaps hopelessness caused by living in a world that seems to have gone topsy-turvy, a world that has suddenly become, or perhaps only just revealed itself to be antithetical and perhaps mortally dangerous to the values that you hold most dear, that we hold most dear. In these cases, and I confess these are my blocks, I personally vow to release all those negative emotions so that I can free myself to do everything I can to stand up for our values fearlessly in the most powerful way possible, and without tormenting myself that we may not succeed right away. Rev. Amy's fire communion ended with this beautiful thought. And so in this little blip of time that we share, and she went like this, suddenly all the material parts of our lives and the things that day to day make us feel happy or sad or feel successful or not, however you want to define that, comes into a new perspective. And it sifts through until I find the only thing that really matters to me in this blip is the relationships that we share in this room, in our families, with our friends and chosen family, with our community and neighborhoods. In this blip, the only thing it comes down to for me is the relationship. Our relationship with Earth as well, because she's just trying her best to keep us alive, no matter what we do to her. In this blip, only love survives. That love that came before this time, the love that brought us here, the love that we're in this moment, and the love that will continue long after these bodies have done what they need to do and their earthly incarnation and decoration has ceased, end quote. We are so fortunate here at River of Grass. In hard times especially, we all need community, and that is what we can be for each other. We can be and are lions for each other if we trust each other enough to lean in, to dare to be vulnerable, to ask for support when we need it. Remembering always, as Rev. Amy used to say, here you are pre-loved. So for this first part of our fire communion, we will have a few moments of quiet reflection. I'm going to ask our helper, Allie, to pass out the white slips to everybody. And if you need a pencil or a pen, let us know too. So for this first part of our fire communion, we will have a few moments for quiet reflection as each one of us considers what are the blocks we most need to let go, to burn away.
I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Love is gentle, love is kind. Love is the only answer in hard times. Hate solves nothing and brings us down. Love is the only thing that turns it round. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear.
Just so you know, the paper that you have in your hand, the white paper, is flash paper. So it's especially designed to burn really quickly. If you do not want to come forward and you wish to just keep the paper, take care of it. It's extremely flammable. Truth be told, this is the only part of today's service that is scaring me. We don't have our fire chief Gary with us this morning, but we are prepared. This is why our metal pan here is not decorated in a festive way, so it's hard to burn a metal pan. And there is sand around the chalice. This chalice, by the way, was lit by our chalice went out. Our main chalice went out, so good that that one is lit. So if you would like help burning your thought, let us know. Ken is coming up, and he will help, and we will demonstrate how it works. And also, if you stand on this side, then the camera that we're using will get a good shot of you instead of your backside. Ken, would you like to demonstrate?
If it were only so easy.
So, Peter, if you can continue playing. Peter M. I've had this problem all week.
I am unwritten, carried my mind, I'm undefined. I'm just beginning, the pen's in my hand, ending unplanned. Save the back page of before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. I break traditions, sometimes my tries are outside the lines. We've been conditioned to not make mistakes, but I can't live that way. Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inner visions, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your dreams with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten. Open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin. rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you, only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken, live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins, the rest is still unwritten.
I'm not looking.
I put some juicy stuff on that.
So now that we've released the old and the unuseful and the unwanted, let us embrace the new. So now think of good things. What did you do better this year? What can you do even better? What will you accomplish? What do you want to accomplish? How will you heal? How will you grow in this coming year? What hope, what dreams will you carry? And knowing that the world can only change when we change, what would you change in yourself? How are you called to cultivate all that is good, all that is holy around you and within you? Let's take a few moments of silence, if Peter has something else to play, to dream your dreams and write on your green paper what you want to carry forward. Now, this is not a paper that we're going to burn. This is something inscribed with wonderful thoughts and good things that we'd like for you to keep and in a safe place that you will see it often during the coming year. Tuck it in your wallet, put it in your purse, put it on your refrigerator, keep it in your desk at work, someplace where you will see it again and again throughout the year as a reminder of how far you've come and how far you still hope to go.
I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. I have decided to stick with love. 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 I have decided to stick with love.
Source of all, we open ourselves to the possibilities arising in the days ahead. We seek the fortitude to live into those possibilities with our whole selves. May we realize the power within us to cultivate passion and compassion, justice and joy, healing and hope, that our hearts might live a love so real that it cannot help but transform us and transform the world. Amen. And now our closing music this morning expresses a celebration of the power of our faith. Number 368, Now Let Us Sing. If you would rise in body or spirit and sing together.
So if the lower voices could sing with me, we've got the Now Let Us Sing part, okay? And then the upper voices will sing along with Peter. Sing now to
Yeah. Sing to the power of the faith within.
Yeah.
We got it.
Okay, we all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now let us sing.
Sing to the
Sing.
power of the
Sing.
faith
Sing.
within.
Now let us sing.
Sing to the
Sing.
power of the
Sing.
faith
Sing.
within.
Lift up your voice.
Lift up your voice.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Now let us sing to the power of the faith within. Now let us sing.
Sing to the
Sing.
power of the
Sing.
hope
Sing.
within.
Now let us sing.
Sing to the power of the
Sing.
hope
Sing.
within.
Lift up your voice.
Lift up your voice.
Don't be afraid.
Do not afraid.
Now let us sing to the power of the hope within. Now let us sing.
Sing to the power of the
Sing.
love
Sing.
within.
Now let us sing.
Sing to the power of the
Sing.
love
Sing.
within.
Lift up your voice. Don't be afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the love within. Now let us sing.
Sing to the power of the
Sing.
joy
Sing.
within.
Now let us
Sing to the power of the
sing.
joy
Sing.
within.
Lift up your voice. Don't be afraid. Now let us sing to the power of the joy within.
Beautiful. Little challenge right at the end. Thank you to our musicians, Peter, Robert. Thank you to Britt and Steve Jensrakow and Maureen, everybody who put all of these slides together and operated them so beautifully. Thank you to Peter for being our service host. It is a pleasure. Thank you to Ellie and whoever put together our hospitality. Thank you to my husband, Ken, who desperately wants to be recognized for all the work he does. And he deserves it. He deserves it. Thank you, Allie, for being our brave young'un here and representing and helping out as well. Our closing words were written by Reverend Sarah Eileen Lawal of the Boise UU congregation. Out of the flames of fear, we rise with the courage of our deepest convictions to stand for justice, inclusion, and peace. Out of the flames of scrutiny, we rise to proclaim our faith with hope to heal a fractured and hurting world. Out of the flames of doubt, we rise to embrace the mystery, the wonder, the awe of all there is and of all that is yet to be. Out of the flames of hate, we rise with the force of love, love that celebrates our shared humanity. Out of the flames, we rise. And as Peter has extinguished the chalice, this is also from Reverend Lawal. We need to invite her to come speak to us. She's awesome. Go forth in this new year, blessed by the sacred fire of this community, releasing and letting go that which no longer serves you, that which keeps you from your truest self and your highest good. Making room for the next chapter, for justice and compassion, for community and sanctuary, for the work of love at the center. Blessed are we all. And now it's time for announcements.
Announcements?
Announcements.
Just real quick, I'll do one. There's choir tonight here at the church at 7 o'clock.
About our procedure today. Yesterday on public radio, there was a piece on how much more effective it is to write something than to just think it. Some of you probably have seen it.
That's why people,
And
that's why people journal.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought, what a bright, brilliant thing for us to be doing, rather than just thinking good thoughts.
That is wonderful. I had no idea. My dear Peter, the announcements are written right here. Thank you for sharing these. Thank you. You are welcome.
Okay, announcements. Save the date. River of Grass will once again walk in the Martin Luther King Parade in Fort Lauderdale on January 19th at 9:30 a.m. We have a long history of honoring Reverend King and showing our support for equal rights and anti-discrimination by walking alongside our neighbors in this joyous parade. If you still have MLK Day off from work and school, wear your Side with Love t-shirts and help us to spread our message of love. Sign making and vehicle decorating will take place after service on the 18th. And you can see Steve Jens Rockow or Karen Gonzalez for details. There's more. Oh my goodness, but wait, there is more and more and more. Let us become a mosaic, M-O-S-A-I-C, a mosaic congregation. The UUA has developed a new anti-racism program for learners of all ages through which we can earn our designation as an anti-racist, mutual culturally transforming congregation. Programs for youth and adults will begin in January, which it is already, and take place on Sundays. See Karen Gonzalez to sign up for the adult series. Join us for movie night this Thursday as we discuss Mud, an amazing 2012 coming-of-age story. Two adolescent boys, Ellis and Neckbone, encounter Mud, a fugitive hiding on a small island in the Mississippi. Mud tells tall tales about lost love, crimes of passion, and bounty hunters. Connect by Zoom at 7 p.m. on January 8th. Contact Steve or Kathy for the Zoom link. On Friday night, we eat, play, love at our monthly potluck and game night. The fun and food starts at 6 p.m. January 9th, continuing until 9 p.m. Join us, and this coming Friday. Join us and bring your friends. Contact Karen Gonzalez for more information. Drum out the stresses of the days behind and find new rhythms for the days ahead at Beating Hearts Drum Circle on Friday, January 16th at 7 p.m. here at the River. You can bring your own drum, or we have extras. Contact Andy Bunce or Linda Latham. And protests continue each Sunday from 4 to 5 p.m. to shut down Alligator Alcatraz. When we have a group to carpool, we will meet here at River at 2:15 and depart by 2:30. Reverend Mary Catherine Morn, president of the UUSC, will be with us, with our justice seekers, as we co-lead the vigil on January 11th with the Reverend Tony Fisher, UU Congregation of Greater Naples. Please contact Andy Bunce or Susan Scotch-Bergiano. There she is. And there he is. Okay.
Thank you so much, Peter. That last one, we really hope even people who haven't gone before will come. It's going to be a really special day, and especially the choir, they've asked us to sing. So it'd be nice to have a whole nice big group of people singing together. So, leaving this place with hope rekindled, not as wishful thinking, but as stubborn practice. In a world drenched with despair, choose joy. Choose action. Choose to believe another way is possible and live as if it's already breaking through. Until we meet again,
shine on.